Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between and beyond. Welcome to the College of Inspiration, where we seek to inspire you with our role-playing adventures. Today we are continuing our Arkpoint campaign, Fantasy Noire game that explores the crimes and politics in the city of Arkpoint. I am Cosmo, your host and game master for this campaign, and I am joined by the lovely Scarlet Song, the wonderful JuniperFinch, the fantastic Rain, and the fabulous Alexander Chronist.
Yo.
Yes. The a few quick shout-outs. The art for this campaign has been provided by two wonderful artists. Scarlet Song has created the character sprites and animations for our wonderful players, and the NPCs that show up in Arkpoint were created by our wonderful Eldritch Flatcap, friend of the show. Thank you both so much. In addition, the potential battle map you will see today was created using the Dungeon Draft program with assets made by Peepow and Forgotten Adventures. Yeah. And the music that I use in Arkpoint, the lovely jazz vibes, were composed by the Kevin MacLeod. And final announcement. Please check out our merch store. We have some lovely things in there. Clothing and blankets and stickers. All the good things.
Merch.
Yeah, merch.
And aprons.
And an apron.
More merch coming as soon as I have 5 minutes free.
Thank you, Scarlet. You do amazing work. Big hearts. Right. With that out of the way, we jump into it? Yeah.
Yes, please.
I just realized none of you heard me say Illuminarts, and I and I will explain this later.
Okay. So, last time in Arkpoint.
What?
While Janus and Azalea sat in the dark room, made some conversation with their abductors, the rest of the crew made their way to the Fox's Glove, where the teens were last seen. Had a quick conversation with the barkeep Ricky and his twin sister Panama, of which Miss Cotta had some memories come flooding back.
Flashback.
Then, following the information they gathered from Varney, Sidorano, and Ricky, they made their way across town to the West Dawnborough district, and eventually found themselves outside the fence of Blackmoors Scrap and Smelting, where they believe their companion resides within. So, I've lost my Thornborough scene, but you guys, there it is. Outside this fence, the last thing we noticed was the accountant picked up on someone on the top floor window of this building. May have noticed you.
Well, looks like they know we're here.
Well, remember to leave at least somebody conscious enough to answer questions.
Don't worry, Janus will be safe.
Someone aside from Janus who will be able to answer all questions, perhaps. Just maybe.
I would
We'll
like
see
to roll
how
so.
Okay, give me a roll.
Nat 20.
Are you wait? What happened? What happened?
As yeah, checking your passive perceptions. As Miss Cotta and the accountant are having this conversation, Scoop has just disappeared from, like, you don't know where Scoop is. He's just seemed to have disappeared. Scoop, where are you going?
I'm going to make my way. We're on the other side of the fence, correct?
Yes. So, basically, there's this. This is a big, like, concrete, brick kind of building. It seems to be like, it would be the height of about 3 stories, but there only seems to be like 2 sets of windows, sort of ground floor and then where the 3rd floor is. So, but there's a chain link fence sort of running about 15-20 feet around the, like, from the wall of the building, making sort of a yard. There's a locked sort of gate, got a chain and padlock, with a fence running up to some big double doors in the front of that. There's some sort of side alleys down either side of this building, like a bit of a gap between this building and the buildings next to him.
All right. I'm going to pull out my length of enchanted rope and fling it up above me and start climbing this thing. Like, I'm hesitant, somewhere between Adam West Batman style and Rainbow Six Siege style.
Okay, are you going over just the fence, or are you, like, finding somewhere on the building?
Up the building, and ideally, like, up near this, like, where it turns around the corner, so I can go up and then, like, peek around the corner.
Yep.
Should we put a bell on him?
He seems to be knowing what he's about.
Ideally, like, So it's building, fence, and then is there like an alley or like a gap in between the building and the building next to it, or is it?
Yeah. So both there's basically sort of an alley running either side of this building. So you're on the street, looking like at the front of this building, and there's alleys both sides of it. There's you imagine that, like, being an industrial area, you know, gaps between buildings might be good for fire safety or something. Even though this building looks like it wouldn't be very flammable because it's made of concrete and brick.
They always think that.
The big, like,
That's such a good threat. We'll smoke him out, boys.
Well, I'm gonna go up, ideally somewhere nice and shaded, so I can use my skulker ability.
you could probably make it. You want to go onto the roof of this building? Or...
I'd rather go up towards a window.
Okay. Yep.
My plan, at some future point, is to swing back and then foot first through one of these things.
I see. Yep. Yeah. No, you can make your way up to one of the like the higher windows on the side of this building. Quick question: you'd probably be on the facing the front. It'd be on the right side of the building, which is closer to the front door. The door is sort of set about a third along from the right.
Right.
You're skulking over in that alley.
Being a menace.
Miss Cotta and the accountant. You're standing here outside the front of this chain link fence.
Miss Cotta, blink.
It's about a 10-foot fence.
Would you like a lift?
Honestly, yes.
Lean down, interlace fingers, and get ready to lift.
Oh yeah, a boost and then jump. This is not the first fence she's hopped, but it's a little higher than she usually
Easy.
has a run up for. Yep.
Athletics check with advantage because you're being helped.
Thank you for the advantage. Definitely thank you for the advantage.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, 24.
Yeah, you easily clear this
Ash-
fence.
What is it? It's the like boost up, and then the fluffing of the petticoat, and Pinafore it's like lands over.
Yeah, you managed to clear the fence without catching any of your ruffles on it.
Oh, thank goodness. I've already repaired this about 6 times this week.
The accountant, with surprising grace, would like to run, bounce off one of the kind of main poles, and then just vault over it.
Yeah, easy done. I don't know if I need to make you roll because of your monk abilities.
Nope.
So Miss Cotta, you land on the other side of this fence pretty gracefully,
Please.
and then the accountant lands next to you. Also surprisingly lithe.
Just like, the mutual nod of people who have done this before.
I adjust my jacket.
Our priorities, Janus. Am we doing this stealthily, or am I just ramming in? She starts to pull out.
As you two sort of stand up from where you landed, you start to hear like something sort of start up inside the factory. Inside the building, you hear some thing kick into action and smoke start to come out of the big chimney on top.
I assume Scoop has got that stealth thing down pretty good.
All right. I would like to begin to sprint with very little cause for alarm. She is on. I'm just gonna try and find Janus. First person in my way, I'm gonna ask where he is very politely.
Is there a door to this building that I can see from here?
Yes, there is a...
Should I switch avatars?
Potentially. There is a big sort of double door set, as I said, about a third of the way from the right along the building. Looks to be made of like steel or something.
Does it look very strong? Like it's still, like the hinges are good and it's actually held in place?
Yes.
Or
yes.
it's just a metal door? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like, a solid metal door for sort of factory entrance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the door.
Yep.
Whatever gets me in the fastest.
That would be the door. That would be the closest to you.
Yep. All right. Follow after the person who probably can do the lock. More of a window person myself, but
Alright, you reach this door and you just throwing it
I'd
open.
like to just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop at the door.
Not style.
Give me just a strength check.
I can do strength checks. I'm usually pretty good at strength checks, just pure strength or athletics.
Make it athletics. Yeah.
14.
14. Yeah. Yeah. These doors, while solid, didn't seem to be locked, and just kind of you fling them open.
Tong.
And we find ourselves inside
Factory? Question mark? Question mark?
inside a factory.
Dun
I'd
dun.
I'd like to make an intimidation.
Sure. Give me that roll. I'll give you a quick description of what you see inside here. So this factory, the floor seems to be made of like concrete or stone of some kind. You've the walls still that concrete or brick, don't seem to be painted or anything on the inside. The ceiling is about 30 foot high, and about 20 foot from the ground you can see this walkway made of metal, like with railings and stuff. There seems to be ladders up to these walkways. The walkway makes its way around sort of 3/4 of this room, and ladders in the corners sort of make it up. To the immediate left, as you're in, there seems to be some sort of a corridor with some rooms. And then right in front of you, taking up the majority of the floor space of this factory, is a large smelting crucible that has these conveyors sort of running up to it. Looks like where they would throw scrap metal, take it up, and it would melt. And on the far side of that, you see like outlet pipes from this crucible, and scattered around is some like molds or something where they would pour the molten metal into to like form it into new stuff. Also, all around is just like piles of scrap metal and various ways to move scrap metal around, some like trolleys and whatnot. The shape of this room is kind of L-shaped, like to the with the way that corridor is and the big factory in front of you. There seems to be like either another big room, or potentially like just the edge of the building is to the sort of left in front of you. I'm not 100% sure if you can open on alchemy the little tactical mode. If you can, there should be a map there.
Brilliant.
If I can do that, I will quickly show the stream. Here we go. Yeah. Well, now you know where Janus and Azalea are. Which, so we got Janus. Where you going? So Scoop, you would be around on this right-hand side somewhere. Miss Cotta and
I imagine Brawl there
the
somewhere.
accountant, you would just come through this front door. And yeah, as you can see, there's a big crucible and pipes and conveyor belts and a big walkway around the edge of the building. And as you bust through this door, do you just keep going?
I bust through and come to a stop, and then I would like to say something with that intimidation check.
Yes. So right in front of you, basically standing between the two conveyors, you see a dwarven figure, or half dwarven, part dwarven at the very least. Stocky, sort of short build, but instead of hair, they seem to have feathers. So like from the top of their head and like a bit of their beard just seems to be like big long brown feathers, and their eyes are these piercing yellow like bird-like eyes, and they sort of turn around and catch your gaze as you bust down the door.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is the Accountant, and this is the one chance you have to come out with your hands up if you wish to survive this experience.
21.
Okay.
And then I lean over to Miss Cotta slightly quieter and say,
See, I can be diplomatic.
For about 5 minutes. And, like, she
Sure.
nods. She nods with like the like, yeah, I can see it. I didn't witness the full thing, but
This dwarven figure sort of looks impressed or something. Like they seem a little concerned, definitely. You catch that in their eye, but they seem to shake that off quickly, and they're like, and just who do you represent, Mr. Accountant? Come budging into this place of work here?
That would be the Citaranos, and I believe you have someone who belongs to them.
And what has made you come to that conclusion?
lean to Miss Cotta.
Okay, we've tried it that way. Can we move on?
Just leave my life for questioning at least.
I slowly approach the man.
Mhm.
And I begin to unbutton my jacket and remove it casually.
While this is
shit.
happening, Miss Cotta would like to slowly bring out her feather duster to, do some light cleaning.
Of course.
Thank you.
As you approach this, one sec. Okay. As you approach this man, with your observant nature and your alert nature, Miss Cotta, you do notice there are some other figures on the floor of the factory. Over by that sort of corridor, there seems to be a human man, sort of unshaven, short dark hair, and just beyond the far conveyor, you see a bugbear, quite large, slightly taller than the accountant, but not as wide, not as thick, but still quite muscular, covered in thick, ropey, kind of not dreadlocky, like orange auburn hair, wearing work leathers and stuff. And just beyond that person, sort of amongst the pipes and stuff, you see another man. Seems a bit more well dressed than those two you just saw. Seems mildly like vague orcish features, but very subtle. Mostly kind of seems human, but like off green sort of skin color.
So my main question here is, does there appear to be anyone guarding anywhere in particular?
They all seem kind of on guard.
But
because
like,
of
are
what
there
just
people who
happened.
just standing?
Well,
Like standing by a door or something?
Yeah, so the human man seems to be just standing by sort of that corridor to the left. The other two seem to be sort of have started up this machine, the big smelter. So like see sort of the heat starting to glow underneath that. None of the conveyor belts are running, but it seems to be heating up.
Yet.
Yeah.
And just a quick question.
Mhm.
How good is Janus's hearing?
I was wondering.
That's a good point. You did say this pretty loud.
Oh, I wanted everyone to hear it.
Yeah. No, I would say, Janus, in your little storage room, you hear a very familiar voice, muffled because of the thick industrial walls, but yeah, you hear the accountant's voice from outside your room. You can hear Azalea go,
Stunned. I was like, briefly stunned for a moment.
"Did you hear that?"
I did. All right. They're here.
Who's they? Is the watch?
Turns to Azalea. They can see his sort of not incredulous expression, but sort of this understanding. Kind of bites his lip and goes, "Not exactly."
Okay. Well, am I right to
with-
assume we should be rolling initiative?
Unless you're gonna give me
Probably.
a surprise round.
I will say that where's Scoop before we start is my only question. I would like to. They would very quickly. I would like to say that the disguise she was wearing of this sweet, innocent-looking human, as soon as the feather duster goes off, she takes off the hat and it's Miss Cotta's face.
Okay. Scoop, you are up sort of on that left side wall, right side wall, looking in through a window. So you've seen,
Excellent.
you saw the room as I described it, and you see the accountant approaching this this dwarven figure.
All right.
And yes, let's I'm gonna roll a quick insight for this dwarven figure. Yep, no, he can tell your intentions quite well. So let's roll initiative.
Bloody better. I told him what's gonna happen.
Alright, let's move over to
Very honest about it.
the
too.
battle bar.
To the battle bar.
Click.
I would say yes. So in the moments of initiative just before, I did mention that she'd gotten out her feather duster. Like she had neatly tucked her basket by the door. She doesn't currently need it. Surprisingly, there is something on her back that she has an umbrella holstered to, for some reason. Just in case. And Gone is like this sweet, sort of semi-tanned humanoid that was asking around for the others if there was, just casually someone who owes a debt for sewing works and such. And then ding, there's a coldness to the way she holds herself when she's like this. A very, very solid, ooh, it's spicy, but like the type of spice that mint is.
Interesting. I feel like the accountant becomes slightly more lively, if anything. Slightly loosens up a little bit, rolls the shoulders.
She's gone to actually being quite deadpan, honestly. Look, cold.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Just leaning over. So do you want the big one or the other ones?
Oh, wait.
I want whichever one is standing between me and Janus. So I suppose that one over there that looks rather suspiciously standing against a door?
That sounds like a good place to start.
I just realized, if I say it fast enough, is excuse me one word?
Are you looking for the command?
It's just like, it's like, pardon? Would pardon work?
Excuse probably would.
Excuse? Shh.
So yes, you two, I would say the accountant probably made his way about there now.
I would have stepped in by now for sure.
Yes, I'll put you by the door.
Thank you.
There we go. Sorry, that took a bit.
It's fine.
Anyone? Alright, let's get an initiative. Alright, 20 plus.
I rolled on the thing, but mine should be 16. Sorry, just in case the app does something.
Okay. So 15 plus then.
Should I also roll initiative?
Yes.
Just so I'm included in the initiative order.
17.
I'll roll for Azalea as well. Yeah, that adds up. Okay, so 17 for Miss Cotta.
Pardon?
10 plus.
10 for me.
14 for Janus.
Okay, so Scoop is 16.
I'm rolling with a -1. It's a pretty good 10.
That's a pretty good 10, yeah. I always forget because you're a monk, but you're not quite like monk.
I'm
You're
a
like
bad
monk adjacent.
monk.
I'm a bad monk.
14 for Janus. Okay. 10 for the accountant.
Gotta remember how smite works. 1 second.
So I was just noticing the chat talking about the stuff, all the battle sprites and the Janus.
He's not in battle mode yet.
Wait, where are the ropes? Ding.
He got out of the
no,
ropes
it's
last
one of
session.
Wait.
And they didn't bother tying him up again because they're like, God damn it.
They
Just
do
get out of the
polite
way.
with that.
Cool.
Janus, you look so handsome. I'm not gonna lie. Like everyone else is ready. You're like, yeah, no, I know what's going on.
It's the boy with the squad.
Rolling up 3 people deep.
To be fair, isn't this very reminiscent of what the poster looks like for the series? We're all in battle mode, and Janus is like chilling
They're
with
on his
phone.
stone. Yeah.
Deuces. What's up? It's your boy, Janus.
I'm coming to you live from Dwarven Brother, some time of direction.
Okay. Let's get into it. Miss Cotta, you're up first.
Oh wait, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. Well, as dictated, I would like to get to where I am guessing Janus is. Would you prefer if I like insight check the person who looks like they're
Yeah.
does it look like that would be?
Give me an insight check.
Let's
With your
insultful.
looking around this room, like, you can't see anywhere where someone could be hidden, but this corridor does sort of, you
Indicate.
yeah, you can see sort of a wall and then the corridor,
Alright.
so there may be some rooms that way or something.
So for insight, that is an 18.
Yeah, this person, as you've sort of busted in and sort of clock him, he sort of goes on the defensive and has drawn a short sword.
I'm going right up in their face, and I would like to ask politely, before smacking them in the face. Could you please move? There's someone back there I need to speak to.
Roll an intimidation.
21.
Ooh.
No, wait, sorry. 25.
Seeing this what did seem to be some sort of polite little seamstress some drop into this dour, like, very scary looking dark elf wielding a feather duster in a way that is quite threatening. This man sort of just backs up a bit against the far wall.
And with the prayer that they're not going to be taking a swipe at me on the way through. They might. It's fair. I'm going for the door.
Yep.
3, 4. Note, if they do try to hit me on the way through, I will be turning around and smacking them in the face next turn.
Understandable.
Alright. I would say that I'm using that between all of the things. I'd probably say that I probably end up here by the end of that 6 seconds.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Like even dashing, I feel like the intimidation and stuff.
Cool.
And I'm like, is there a certain individual behind these doors, or perhaps a pair of them? At the top of my lungs, that I hope that Janus can hear me.
Janus, you hear this? Azalea also hears this and is like, what the fuck? Scoop, you are up.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna try my action to swing back and try and feet first through this window.
Yep, give me an athletics check.
Action movie go! Woo!
Another net 20.
Oh my god. Yeah, you managed to basically kick through this window in a way, like the glass shatters sort of out into the room, showering the walkway and some landing on the floor. Kind of, honestly, some behind the accountant as he approaches and unbuttons his shirt, giving this, like, tinkly sort of, like, glass is just smashed behind him and he's unfazed, sort of.
So
look.
good.
And you land
So cool.
completely unharmed. You manage to not cut yourself at all. Land on this walkway, sort of 20 foot above the factory floor.
Alrighty.
Um,
Let's copy here. I'm gonna try and step on the railing and try and make a jump to this conveyor.
I will say, as you sort of smash through and make your way to leap, a crossbow bolt like flies past you, and you see there is a figure sort of up on the walkway with you, up against the back wall, wielding a crossbow.
I see. Do I see them on the map?
Hopefully they'll show up. Just
It's G. All right. Will I make my jump? Do I have to make a acrobatics of some kind, or perhaps athletics as well?
they disappeared
It's
again.
a 10-foot jump. Do I have 10 strength? I don't. I have 8 strength. So I'll have to make a leap.
Yes.
Should I roll something?
Yeah. Give me an acrobatics or athletics.
Alrighty. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. That is 13 to make the hop.
Yeah, you make your way. You definitely jump across onto this conveyor belt. But you to catch yourself on it, because it is sort of a steep incline going from the floor up to this 20-foot tall crucible. Like, you sort of have to catch yourself, and I'll say that's probably the as far as you can get this turn.
Alright. I'm gonna soul around and make a shot at G. Can I have a description of G?
Yes. So you see this sort of ducked behind the railing was this halfling. They seem to have like blonde hair pulled into a ponytail. They're also wearing kind of some work leather stuff. Don't know why the token isn't showing up again. It appeared and then disappeared.
Do I still have advantage from being stealth?
No, you made quite a flashy entrance.
Alrighty then. Just rolling regular then. That would be 10 plus whatever my modifier is, which is 6. So 16 to hit.
16 hits. You wouldn't get sneak attack on this one though.
Yes, I don't believe so. So that's 6 plus
Yeah.
3, which is 9 damage.
9 damage.
And I'll be trying to shoot, like, lower body.
Got it. Yeah, you jumped across this, landed on the conveyor, whip the trusty number 9 around at this person who just shot at you, and shoot back. And as they're trying to reload their crossbow, they look up and kind of try and dodge out of the way, but it still catches them sort of in the hip and grazes them, doing some damage to them.
Alrighty, I'll drop prone on this conveyor in my turn.
Is the conveyor moving?
That may
No, the conveyors aren't running at the moment,
Yet.
but
At the moment, okay.
what you heard start up is you think that they've started the fire under the crucible, so like that's starting to heat up.
Why would they want to start that? Okay.
Are there 2 Gs or just 1 G?
There's just one. As I said, remove
It's
that
been
one.
chunky.
Yeah. Alchemy's
it's all-
being a little slower for me. There we go.
It's also updating a bundle because
Yeah.
of
Like, it's still a fantastic program. There's just some hiccup. It's also my computer. You can get a lot of things running. Right. Next in the order is this dwarven fellow. Seeing you approach quite menacingly, he grabs this big sort of hammer that was sort of resting on the conveyor next to him, pulls that up, and he's like, all right, you want to rumble?
You are so optimistic.
And he's gonna swing at the account.
Was a few dice.
Wow. Okay. All three of those miss. Just
I did say.
yeah. So completely just. He's almost surprised at your kind of reaction speed. He thinks he's clocked you, and you sort of just swiftly duck out of the way. And he, all three swings, he just hits nothing but air.
I would love to say do better, but I cannot promise you have that opportunity.
He's not looking happy. The expression on his
That's
face
just the
seems
wall.
something along the lines of "fuck you." Janus.
First things first, Miss Cotta, you hear, "We're in hell."
Janus? I mean, person? We're here to assist.
Janus and Azalea. You should probably stand back from the door.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to the door and attempt to open it.
I'd love if it was just unlocked.
It
That
is.
would be the funniest.
It is.
No, it is.
It
No.
is locked.
It is bolted from the other side.
Aww.
They
Fair enough.
they weren't going to tie you up again, but it's still not just going to leave the
Locking
door
was-
unlocked.
Yep. All right, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He
That's-
locked
that's
the
fair.
door.
How could they? The scoundrels.
But yes, I'm gonna give it a good sort of a yank
Yeah,
or a
it's.
push, depending on the hinges.
I mean, give me a strength check,
But-
but it's a pretty
Can Janus
solid.
absent-mindedly.
It's a pretty
Rip the
solid door. With
Good old strength check. That's cocked for starts. 15.
yeah, it's definitely not enough to open this door. It's solidly bolted. It has to be open from the other side.
I have now strength tested the door.
Yeah.
That is what I have accomplished.
Be there in a minute. Just
Yes. So it's just you heard Miss Cotta outside the door. You don't seem to open it. It's not shown on the map here, but you are in a room full of a bunch of scrap metal with Azalea.
I'm gonna move my token. There you go.
is
All right.
Azalea still bound up?
No. They helped each other out of their ropes.
All right. I don't know if we're gonna get through this gently. I'm not sure what other options I've got here, aside from just throwing myself at the door and injuring myself, so I think I'm going to call my turn there.
I mean, you could pick up a weapon to defend yourself.
He is a weapon. It's okay.
Not as much as you are. We've been through this. He's a fighter.
I would say if you want to look through the scrap metal for something useful, that would probably be an investigation check with disadvantage because it's still very dark in here.
I'm fine.
All right. Azalea, I need you to help me find something sharp.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to look for
All right, with Azalea's help, just a flat roll.
just a
Or you can roll with disadvantage, and I'll, on their turn, I can roll them flat.
Given that. Yeah, I'm going to take the gamble that Azalea's intelligence is higher than mine. So I'm going to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's what you get.
fine at 20. That's an
You
8.
gotta have more faith in yourself.
Yeah, no, you scrounge through all the scrap metal, but don't find anything that you could use as a weapon or a shield or anything. So.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about a shield. That would be a good idea. Okay.
Right, up next.
Spoiled be the death of me.
This
Or
bugbear
any number of those people trying to kill us. They may also be the death of you.
rushes up to the accountant.
Kick butt. You got this.
Bellowing,
Don't encourage him.
Wait, who
so
am
this
I
big,
encouraging?
this big bugbear rushes up and leave the boss alone, and just swings his fists wildly at the accountant. Oh my god!
Does he miss by chance?
Yes, he
Huh.
completely whiffs wide as he swings at your face.
Luckily, he doesn't miss everyone.
Oh no! Please
I
explain.
would like to. Well, oh, actually, no, I can't because I'm too slow and I don't have a reaction yet. I haven't had a turn.
Wee. Yeah, because you haven't had your.
I think
yeah,
you,
'cause
you, you start
you're
with a
not
reaction
controlling
and you get it
the
back
rounds,
at the
right?
start of your turn.
No,
Oh.
but not your first round, though, right?
Yeah, I didn't think you don't get it
No.
until you've had your first turn, isn't it?
That's only on surprise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only
Oh.
surprise that takes it away. I'm gonna run it that way at least because this is fun.
Oh, well, in that case, by expending one key point, I
Oh,
casually lean backwards as this haymaker arcs widely, and I'm just gonna like tap the elbow a little bit as it goes past to redirect it to the boss.
Yep. As you tap it, he sort of stumbles forward and wings down and punches the dwarf right in the face. Is this automatically hit, or do I still roll an attack roll?
Now, that's a great question. By the way I'm reading it, it seems that it just redirects, but your choice.
Sorry, could you give me the exact
just-
wording?
You can spend one key point as a reaction to cause that attack to hit one creature of
To
your
hit.
choice, other than the attacker,
Yep.
that you can see within 5 feet.
It hits. Alright, so he hits him. Cool.
Good going.
Rolls minimal damage.
Realizes at the last second he doesn't want to hit his friend.
Oh wait, those are the wrong dice. Okay, one better. Yeah, swings, clocks his friend right in the jaw. He's like, "Oh, watch it, you idiot!" And does. Cool. And then it is Mr. Accountant.
Yeah.
You have this.
Did I hear Janus's voice before?
Yes, I would say you would have.
If I can, I call out.
Janus, are you okay?
Kind of
I don't know
look
how much
back.
that came through.
If you make like look over to Miss Cotta, it's like she hears that, just like single thumbs up. She's still running for the door.
See, Accountant kind of turns back. He looks a little disappointed, if anything, actually. Kind of looking over at this dwarvish individual.
You're not really meant for this, are you? You're probably a blacksmith, right?
Roll a persuasion. On that.
It's like, man, I wanted to beat someone's face in today. Savage.
Ooh, 16. Sorry. 18.
Okay.
Nope, no, I'm wrong. Definitely 16. Sorry.
He looks you in the eyes. He's like, I'm as much as a blacksmith as you are an accountant. He tightens his grip on his hammer.
Okay, well, that does actually make me feel a little bit better.
I'd like to grapple him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I just want to check, how molten is that furnace?
Give me it. It's not quite molten yet.
You'd say it's hot?
It's hot. There's definitely hot metal in there, but it's not molten metal. Like, you know, they only started it up like, yeah, a little bit ago.
Yeah.
All right, roll athletics.
12, 13. Oh shit, I'm good at that. 16.
Unfortunately, with a natural 19, as you reach for this man, he basically just uses his hammer in a way to like keep you at a distance.
You're doing good. Keep at it.
Grapple again.
Okay.
16 again. No, 17 this time. So, no, 16. Damn it.
All right, this time you do manage to get a hold of him.
Cool.
He like sort of stumbles over some scrap metal behind him, and you manage to use that to your advantage and just grab a hold of him.
I would like to use my movement half speed because I'm moving a grappled individual.
Yes.
Gives me 20 feet of movement. We're gonna be backing up towards that there hot thing.
Okay. So the crucible itself is 20. The lip of it's like 20 foot above the ground.
Oh, in that case, we're gonna go up those conveyor belts.
Yeah, yeah. So it sort of sits on the floor, and the conveyor belts are at an angle going up to it.
That's it.
Fantastic. Let's walk ourselves up there.
All right, so you put where you want to be, and I'll have him follow you.
Okay.
It occurs to me that
5,
crucible of
10,
heated metal
15,
may have effects similar to heat
20.
metal.
I believe that's 20 feet if I'm reading this correctly.
Oh, yeah. So you're going up the. Give me an athletics check as you're doing this, because with the steep angle, I'd say it could be difficult terrain.
It's a quarter movement.
Yeah, potentially. You're trying to drag someone
Ooh.
up a conveyor belt.
11. Not
Yeah. So I'll say you are probably just sitting next to Scoop there, and
Don't
I
mind
got
that.
45 base.
so
So half 22, half 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
so
So I've moved across. How is he behind me now?
you were trying to drag him up the thing. Okay, hang on. There.
Oh, I suppose that's fair.
There we go. Also, as you move out of reach of this bugbear, he's going to take another swing at you, and actually collides this time.
Yo, what?
There we go.
Wow.
So as you're, how are you grappling this dwarf? Have you just got them like in a chokehold or something?
I actually thought I just grabbed him by the shirt front and I just, with two hands, and started walking backwards.
Yep.
You're picking him up like a cat.
As
Front
you
of his
move
shirt, not
backwards,
back.
the bugbear sort of
Like a reverse cat.
goes and tries to do an uppercut right into your under your sternum, and you would take 9 points of
Ouch.
bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Slight wince.
Not all of us have your con mod.
Or toughness.
Or toughness, actually.
And that
As I'm doing this, I look at the dwarf and I say,
Do you think that dimwit's going to avenge you? Or do you think he'll run?
he's pretty loyal.
that is my turn.
Cool.
Damn.
And
Start with drama.
Why won't they just quit?
I don't know. This human man is like sort of comes to his senses, like, wait, no, don't go in there.
Oh, it's gonna. Oh, all right. You just let me through. I did warn you. I warned you.
Give me a minute.
I like the idea they were like, hang on a second.
Yeah, they were just kind of caught off guard and wasn't sure what's going on.
Yes.
Seeing what's happening, they're just gonna take some swings at you.
Okay. Prepared.
Ooh,
Oh, are you gonna take me down again?
it's the
I
dice.
swear.
They're-
Every single bloody time.
That's a crit.
I have 45 hit points.
Cool. So that first crit would do.
Wait, first crit? I swear.
So,
Did you
sorry,
double
is a crit and a hit. The crit
Okay.
does 12 damage, and the hit does 7.
Yep.
As
Alright,
they
so total of
go to
19.
like, they swing their short sword wildly at you and just slash you twice across the back.
Alright. Cool. Across the back, you say?
Yes,
Alright,
because you were moving towards the door and they're behind you.
yep, cool. I feel like Miss Cotta knew it was coming, but also it's like, I really didn't want to have to do this. It's just like winces, yelps in the way that one does when one is hit, and then like just turns to them and like looks them dead in the eye and goes, I really don't want to have to do this. Just let me open the door.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my turn yet, so.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Next up is this orcish fellow, and he kind of runs up, looking kind of confused, kind of scared and not sure what to do, but he grabs. So he has like something in his hand that he's going to throw at the accountant.
I hope it doesn't splash.
Okay. He misses as this, what you recognize to be alchemist fire sort of flies past your head.
Oh, lordy!
Sorry, I just have a quick question on
Yes.
that. It wouldn't count as a missile, would it?
It's a ranged attack as an improvised weapon.
Oh wait, that's when I'm
Tasty.
hit. Never mind, he missed. Apologies.
Yeah.
Damn it. Let's
That'd
go
be so
bottle
funny
him.
though.
Yeah, so this thing flies past you, lands in the corner of the factory, and just sort of bursts into flame. And there's a small fire going on amongst the scrap metal and concrete.
Huh. So what Scoop said about about concrete buildings still being
That was my
flammable is
first thought too.
right. Accurate.
This is my first rumble in a factory.
And finally, Azalea is going to give an attempt at finding something amongst the scrap metal. What are we looking for exactly, Janus?
I'll settle for sharp, heavy, or held like a shield.
They spend their turn rummaging around, just like, I can't see anything. It's all mostly just big, chunky stuff. And let's go back to the top of the round.
Alright. In order to...
It's not your turn at the top of the
Open-
round.
It's not my turn? Alright.
No. This halfling pops back up over this railing and is going to... Seeing their friend grappled by this big orc fella, gonna take a shot.
Where is the... Oh, alright.
And what a shot.
See a heck of a shot behind a giant crucible. They must be quite high up.
Oh my god.
The walkway itself is also 20 foot up, so you can easily see over the crucible. Yeah. So they're up on this walkway 20 foot up, lip of the crucible's 20 foot up. Ah. Dice and just in your favor. Hey, miss.
That's
Yeah,
not my favor. I need to be hit by things.
Well, you're not taking damage. Miss Cotta, it is your turn again.
All right. Well, okay. So, how much effort will it take for me to like just unhook the bolt on the door?
That would be, I'd say bonus action.
All right.
Just to
I'd like to spend my
unhook it.
bonus
Like if you're not trying to
action,
open the door, then just yeah.
Yep. Bonus action while staring this dude disappointedly in the eye, just unhook the door and let it start to swing.
Mhm.
I said, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to have to do this, and I'd like to smack him up the head with my feather duster.
Roll an attack roll.
Let's see. I need to double check some stuff. Remind me again. Channel divinity. It's a bonus action to do channel divinity, right? It is. Damn. Okay, never mind. Smack. Fuck, snap. It is revenge time. I also rolled net 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Is not my together.
Give me the dice.
Yeah. So no shitty critty here. You do. Are you gonna smite?
No, because that requires a bonus action, right? To smite.
Nope.
No. I'm pretty sure
It
you
doesn't?
Requires
just
you to really want it.
you just spend the when you hit, you just spend the spell slot.
Yes. Took me a minute, but yes, I would like to smite. It's like, I did warn you. And it's just, so the way this looks is that the feather duster that's had as like the bolt comes off, it is a smack up the jaw, and the feather duster starts to glow purple, like similar to the shade in Miss Cotta's hair. And as it streaks up, there is like any sort of the fragments of sparks and lights look like monk's hood.
Ooh.
And in total, that's +2. 16 points of damage.
16.
Are they still up?
Hang on. What's your with the crit?
It's a D8.
Yeah.
And then I rolled a 5. No, sorry. I rolled. Did I say 16 or 15?
You said
So it's a D8 plus
Yep.
2
+2.
for my duster.
And then you rolled.
A 5. That's wait. No, hang on. That's 15.
That's 15.
Sorry.
And
my-
then
my
an
brain's
extra.
on fire.
And the extra smite damage, which is also a
Oh,
crit.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That's weapon damage, baby.
Sorry, Sugar Cube. So it's a D8 for smite, right?
Isn't it 2d8?
2d8 at first, correct?
2d8. So that's another 6.
My brain's on fire. Sorry.
This person is knocked out.
Thank you.
The force and the magic surrounding your feather duster clock them under the jaw, and they fly backwards into the wall behind them and just slump.
I would like them not to die, but given that it was magical, are they actually technically still alive?
I will say they will make some death saving throws on their turn. I'm not going to
that's
just
very
instant kill
kind.
them, because you are trying to be non-lethal. But
I'm trying.
given
I'm
the
just
nature of this
vengeful.
attack,
Yeah. I still have one attack, but I'm not going to use it. I'm
then
just
they will
going
definitely
to.
be dead.
No. I'm going to use my. Wait, hang on. Offhand weapon is. Sorry, it's been a while since Miss Cotta's been into combat, and I
Yes.
am. So instead, who's going at the accountant?
There's the bugbear. M.
Who's I can't see the spellcaster, right? Or the person who's throwing alchemy fire.
Not from where you are. They're just sort of just beyond
Alright.
the corner.
I would like to use their own weapon fighting, and from like the edge of her sleeve, she like throws out a knife and just right in their direction. as part of my attack. Ooh, that's not as good. Does a 15 hit?
Who are you attacking?
Bugbear-kun.
Bugbear.
Did the bugbear reckless attack on their turn, just out of curiosity?
No.
Okay.
No, they just swung twice at you.
Yeah,
They just swung
regular.
recklessly.
Yes.
They sure.
Play it as recklessly, not mechanically.
Yep.
15 does not hit the bugbear.
All right, it flies wide and
Yeah.
tings, and she's just like, huh, and then just pulls the door open. It's like, Janus, is there any? It's like Janus. Oh, and hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. You got anything to hit with?
And at the end of your turn, we come back to Scoop. You're precariously standing on the edge of this conveyor
Just like,
belt
hi.
as the accountant is trying to drag this dwarven figure up the edge.
Technically, I'm prone. I'm gonna stand up though.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Oop, I
much.
didn't see you there.
Steps over the scoop.
Looking at the glass on the ground. I'm glad I'm wearing shoes. Alright. I'm going to try and hop from this conveyor belt over to this one. I'm not sure if you can see my token moving.
Yeah, I can. Give me another athletics or acrobatics. Probably acrobatics, because you're trying to keep your balance.
Well, it's my third crit,
What?
but
Well, yeah, you make it over there, no issue.
no, the other kind.
Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
How the turns have tabled.
Yes, a crit failure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you sort of try and leap off, your foot just completely slips as the conveyor belt shifts under you, and yeah, you kind of fall flat on your face between the two conveyor belts, and take 5 bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor.
Alright. I'll take it. Looking eyes of the alchemist fire filler.
Yeah.
Although this,
You can
and-
see them under this conveyor belt now that you are on the floor.
I'm actually going to use my action to chromatic ward to become immune to fire.
Oh.
Easy done. You channel the red dragonness of yourself and
Pat myself
That's
down, and
sick.
a bunch of chalk covers my body.
you feel it like, yeah, fire doesn't scare you. You've definitely been around, bigger fires than this.
I would then like to use my bonus action to use insightful fighting to get an insight into this bugbear.
Easy done.
So I'll have to make a insight check.
Yes.
Contested by its charisma deception.
Their
So
deception.
mine is 19.
Yeah, they fail. What are you looking for?
I can now use my sneak attack against this person.
Ah, very nice.
That is my turn.
That is your
Am I
turn.
prone?
Yes.
Okay.
Prone, not prone. Prone, not prone.
The theme is starting already. I end my turn.
Nice. This wolf is gonna try and break free. Make an athletics check to keep your grapple.
Not good. I think I'm gonna release that grapple.
Yes, you are. They rolled an at 20.
Damn.
Yeah. They
Wow. Okay then.
they managed to get their sort of fingers and thumb up under your things, like pry your hands off their shirt and drop to the floor where they are beside you and Scoop, and pick up their hammer again and swing at the accountant once more. Alright, 2 of those hit.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Uh, 16 points of bludgeoning damage as he cracks into your, like, right into your rib cage, and then one into your thigh, sort of trying to take your legs out from under you as you're standing on this conveyor belt.
Ugh. But you make a good point.
That's his turn. Janus. Doors are.
Excellent. I'm going to gesture for Azalea to come and join me.
Mhm.
Hand outstretched.
Yes, I'd like you to
And
meet our friends.
Step outside.
Okay. You step out.
What scene do I see?
You see,
Now that I can see.
you step out.
What? It's a
Amongst
miracle.
the, like, right in front of you is Miss Cotta, and just behind her, slumped against the wall, kind of bleeding from the chin, is that human man that gave you the food earlier.
A little bit too hard.
Beyond that, past the end of the corridor, where you can see all that machinery, you see Scoop lying on the floor, and the accountant battling it with the bugbear and that dwarven figure, who you now can see it has, you know, feather-like hair and stuff, and they're swinging this big hammer.
I has question.
Yes.
When I was sliced across the back with that nat 20, were my clothes damaged?
Most likely.
Oh, lovely. Janice, another thing that you can see as Miss Cotta's got her back to you is hints of colours on potentially skin, but you're not sure. It's bleeding.
Oh. Taking all this in. Alright, Azalea. This is Miss Cotta. Miss Cotta, this is Azalea. Stay with
Pleasure.
Hi. Are you okay?
Do you need... can I, like, make a motion at my umbrella on my back?
Yeah.
For Janice to take?
Yeah. Hello.
Alright, Janice, use this.
Because to my knowledge, that is an umbrella.
It is an umbrella, yes.
I'm also curious about the sword that human person was using.
He had just a short sword. Pretty functional looking one. Nothing special about it.
Yeah.
I will say, you give me a quick history check.
Sure. Oh, I've got
Has Janice seen the umbrella sword?
I don't think
Nope,
he has.
you kept that very well hidden.
But
I don't think
Yeah.
I have either.
Yeah.
No, you
nah,
haven't.
That's a
Scoop has, but he
5.
didn't realize.
yeah, okay. Never mind.
Scoop
Yeah,
doesn't
you were just
remember.
like, why does she want me to grab this umbrella when there's a perfectly good short sword?
He kind of looks at you slightly and was just, that's okay, I got it. Steps through, grabs the short sword out of this person's hand. On the floor.
Yep.
Just kind of it looks him up and down. Ooh, that looks bad. He was nice.
Oh, really?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About there-ish. Mr. Hawk.
The dwarf turns around. Oh, fuck.
I believe you have something of mine. We're
Oh,
leaving.
he does. Oh, he does.
I did say I was going to want that back.
He's grown up so much health.
Alright. Is that your turn?
I think so.
We'll see his response when we get back to him.
Oh, yeah.
Now, bugbear. There. Gonna swing at the accountant again. Big threat. Very single-minded.
Can you take it with advantage, please?
Sure. Okay. First one hits. And second one will... the second one misses. So the first one hits, and you will take 10 more points of bludgeoning damage as just sort of punches you right across the jaw.
Bust my lip.
And the other one whiffs as he sort of tries to put a little bit of distance between you and him, and he just puts too much and swings wide. And now it's your turn. Unless there was something you wanted to do there.
Nope. You see as Janus comes out, the accountant kind of actually looks over, and he kind of lets his body go a little bit limp, almost.
Mhm.
I'm going to very casually, yeah. I'm going to... sugar. There's no real way to do this. I'm going to spend a key point to disengage.
Yep.
And I think that's a bonus action for me in that instance. Apologies. I realized my plan wasn't going to work the way I wanted it to. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's bonus action. I'm going to disengage. And the accountant is gonna make his way over. Just kind of like steps between them. You see as they swing but completely whiff. And the accountant walks over. And perhaps unexpectedly.
Actually, as you try and walk away from this dwarf, he swings at your ankle with his hammer. And stops you in your...
Regardless.
He can do that in spite of disengage? Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
Yes. And stops you in your tracks.
Oh.
The bitch has sentinel.
That is Sentinel.
Hits you, and you take another 9 bludgeoning damage as this hammer cracks you right in the ankle, and you stop and have to catch yourself. Won't go nowhere.
1 second. Okay.
Janus,
Kind of.
you okay?
Just none of us responding to getting hit. Just-
Excuse me, I yelped. There was a yelp. Thank you. I got
I
nat
went,
20.
That's a yep. You
I
took a
went-
crit and yep. That's fine.
Ah!
And you look up and down Janus and see he's pretty roughed up. But he's standing pretty confidently as well. Like he's got this sword in hand. He's gripping it very firmly and very solidly. And there's this determined look in his face. I'm okay. Let's get
up
out of
to-
here.
I had the same thought.
Turn back.
Mr. Hawk, was it?
Yeah.
Boy says we're leaving. I suggest you listen.
Kim. So good.
Roll an intimidation.
Yeah, I'll use my action for it. Hell. The
Just
accountant, like, all the excitement of having a fight has kind of like deflated a lot. This doesn't seem good.
Hmm.
And Janus is fine. Like, he's had worse, what do you call it? Like, training scuffles.
Yeah. Worse.
12, 13.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not super intimidating.
All good. Yeah. And we are back to man with fire. Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna. I'm just gonna toss another one at the accountant. Because this person looks
Style?
quite scared and is just like they
Take it
don't
out.
seem used to being in a fight. That's for sure. But they're like, fuck it, I gotta do something.
6.
With it?
Another vial of Alpha's Fire just flies past your face, accountant, and cracks on the wall behind you.
It's not worth their lives, Hawk.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see this person just like after missing again, they fucking look around and start making their way to this back door. They're like, fuck this.
Smart move.
Yep. And Azalea comes out of the room. Sees everything, fire and people fighting, brawling. There's a person unconscious on the ground next to them. This maid in front of her seems to have a big gash across her back. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Who are you?
Janus has got a sword
friends.
now.
Oh, friends.
Okay. I'd just like to go
Are
home,
you
please.
alright? We'll work on that. But I might need to fix this first.
And back up to the top of the round. The halfling up on the walkway sort of ducks behind the railing, sort of out of sight, and then pops up again, sort of in a different location. Get a good shot on the account.
I don't know why I thought, like, next time, take time.
Hey, they get a hit against your account.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, with sneak attack because they were hidden.
Oh shit, they be sneaking.
Missile?
So that total of 12 piercing damage as this crossbow bolt comes out of kind of nowhere. And
I am going to attempt to deflect that missile, by the by.
yeah, understand.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Oh, 10, 13...
You deflect it.
It's 18.
It does no damage. You
I don't deflect it. I just catch it, and I look Hawk in the eye. And I just snap it and let it fall to the ground.
Yep.
Oof. Every move. Every move.
You are nothing like the accountant that I am.
Ooh.
Oof.
Miss Cotta, your turn.
Miss Cotta was informed that the person was nice and feels very bad. So as I go to basically, I've been told that Azalea's in my care, but the fight's over there. For my object interaction, I hand Azalea my umbrella for a second.
Okay.
Pop this open. If anyone starts to shoot at you, you'll be fine. Just one moment. And I'm going to
You see
for
as,
my action.
as they take the umbrella, like they
it's
definitely
a
weren't.
surprise.
They were surprised by the weight of it. Oh,
Hello.
welcome back.
Come back.
Am I back?
Yes, you're fine.
Yes.
Okay.
You do appear to be back.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
they take the umbrella and are surprised by the weight. They're like, okay.
It's quite heavy, actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know what their strength is like, but
Oh,
it's
great.
heavy. Janus wouldn't have noticed. But passes them the umbrella. Pop this open if you need it. I'll be right back. I'm going to pass by and I'm going to brush just the top of the head of the individual, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
With the words, please stay still and don't do anything fucking stupid.
Yep. Roll the hit
opposed to a-
points.
As opposed to a
As
point of lay on
you
hands.
sort of heal this person, there's like they
Breathe through?
look around
don't
and they're
do
like notice that they don't have their sword and are like
I looked
This-
at
this-
looking them dead in the...
they look you dead in the eyes and
Please, don't do anything stupid. Stay still, breathe, and keep quiet.
they
If
they
you
just
move, I'll notice. Understood?
they nod. They're like, yep. Let's not fuck with the
Right.
person that knocked me out in one hit. The feather duster.
And it was surprisingly sharp for a feather duster.
Mhm.
As comes up beside Janus, and with that being my action and my item interaction, basically my bonus action, and I'm going to look over to the person who is like freaking out. Oh, like look over to like the individuals and just check in and be like, just this isn't worth it. Just stop. It's not. Why are you doing this? Just disappointed mom TM vibes.
Yep.
Just hands on
for-
hips, just like
Roll me a
please.
diplomacy.
A diplomacy?
Yeah, I'd say that's diplomacy.
I don't have diplomacy.
Sorry,
It's not here anymore,
Persuasion.
buddy.
persuasion. Thank you. Holy shit.
Thank you.
What a deep cut.
Yeah, 4th edition. Damn.
Oh dang.
So persuasion, best but still surprisingly good, 16.
Okay.
Just like disappointed, just hands on hips.
Yep.
Like really, we're going to be acting like this.
Scoop.
Scoop's time?
Yep.
Alright. Scoop's not hearing anything. Scoop's staring at the explosions of alchemy fire on the far wall, and his hands are shaking. His eyes are wide.
Oh
He's just
shit.
gonna fire a loose shot at M. At disadvantage.
Whoa.
How aware of
That's-
that?
Yeah.
Sarah, what was the...
That's a 6.
6, yeah, you miss.
I'm gonna do it again. Wait, no, I can't do it again.
No, you're a rogue. You get 1 attack.
One very good attack.
Yes.
Scoop's gonna continue clicking his crossbow as nothing happens.
Is he like? So do we notice him freaking out?
Am I observant enough for you?
What's your perception?
I mean, you can...
That's the DM.
Yeah, what's all your insight scores? Like, what...
Passive?
Oh,
Yeah,
hot
just
damn.
give me your passive insight.
15, baby.
12.
I know what
Yeah.
fear looks like.
Yeah, I think the accountant from your angle of where you can see, like, because you're looking at Hawk, like, and so past Hawk is Scoop, and you clock Scoop seems off.
That's my turn.
Well,
Yay! Roleplay.
Hawk's turn.
And that man has some options to consider.
They're gonna run out quickly.
He pulls a knife out. Janus, you recognize this knife. Sort of like
Now he's either gonna do something very smart or very dumb.
Yeah.
Let's see.
gives it a bit of a toss, catches it. See, just fuck. And just sort of lazily throws it in your direction. Well, this was a giant cock-up. Just sort of... yeah. Holds his hammer in a way that's just like... there's no salvaging this, I guess. You win?
Good decision.
Without a second thought, I don't know if we're still in combat or not, though.
That might be up to the bugbear.
Yeah. Yeah, the bugbear kind of wasn't paying attention.
No.
And you crit here, Mr. Accountant.
You got long ass arms, I'll tell you that.
Hey, dude.
Yeah. He sort of, as Hawk was doing this, he sort of moved up and punched you. So unfortunately, you take another 25.
Oof.
It
Is he
might
okay?
be time to hit that guy.
But then Hawk is like, "Fucking Mulga, stop!"
We just.
He's like, "What?"
What number did you say that was? 20...
5.
Is he down?
As the accountant steps towards Scoop, he
Half Hawk
gets
resilient.
collided with back of the head. He falls.
Like,
I'm
fuck, he
unconscious.
does.
You're half Hawk though.
You got the.
Oh,
Do the
he
thing.
do.
You do the thing. Does he do the?
He do. I stumble.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
Holy crap.
I think it's time for a sprite change.
Yeah.
Where's the bloodied?
A little bit.
Where's
Yeah,
the
you
look?
as you
Where's
step
the bloodied?
towards Scoop, and this meaty, hairy bugbear fist sort of cracks you right in the back of the head. Sort of stumble and cough a bit of blood up. But you stay standing. And we'll say that's the end of combat.
Is Scoop still?
I would
pick
like to
Scoop up.
interject.
Oh,
Sorry?
I would like to interject.
Oh,
Oh,
are we
no.
not out of combat?
The battle hasn't finished for Scoop.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait, whose turn was it? Because
I believe
Cotta was-
mine.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if it's the accountant's turn then if we're staying in initiative order.
How about it? The Scoop is on his back, is on his ass, trying to backpedal with his feet, scratching the floor.
The accountant seeing this, I've seen this a few times. I try and lock eyes with him. Like I will crouch down to his level and lock eyes with him.
Scoop's eyes are fixated in a direction that is not yours. You can see they're visibly, like, dilated and jittery.
All right, try it this way. I would like to. Shit. This is usually not what I do. I'm the other side of this part. I realize I'm not good at diffusing situations. At which point, I will just do my best to kind of. I'll look at him and I'll just be like,
Scoop, it's okay. Stop. We're done here. Look at me. You are safe.
Are they safe? Where's everyone?
Scoop, everybody is safe. Janus is okay.
Janus? Who? He just drops the gun in his hands, or the crossbow.
If I'm close enough in turn order, I would like to be approaching the situation with my general aura. As soon as I'm within 10 feet of you, I'd like to think, as opposed to an aura of protection, you're also feeling an aura of reassurance. Just like, Scoop, it's okay. It's okay. Because I've seen scared individuals before too.
Yeah.
And I go, they're safe. It's alright.
That's not how I remember this. I don't like this story.
It's a different story now. Close your eyes and count to 10. Breathe through.
What?
It's alright.
What?
Sing it with me. 1, 2, 3, and then she like eases herself over. While I'm hoping we draw out of combat because I honestly want to tap the accountant for as many hit points as I can do.
yeah, like, let's not pretend there is a pool of blood just slowly growing around him.
It's like, breathe through, 2, 3, 4. There's no lightning, no thunder. You're safe here. You're safe with us?
Fire.
She says, you can do it.
Explosions. Sounds.
It's alright. We'll talk about this soon, but I want you to tell me what you see, alright? It's going to hurt a little, but I want you to break away from the thought, okay? Touch the ground. The ground feels solid, doesn't it?
It feels.
Use it to anchor yourself.
It feels hot.
It's alright. And, like, again, that aura. Scoop hasn't taken any damage, right?
I've taken a little bit.
He took some damage when he fell to the ground.
In that case, she reaches a hand very slowly out towards him. I don't know if he's going to attack her or anything. She's also, like, calm, neutral, and puts a hand hopefully on wherever he's been injured, and it comes off cooling and mint-like for 5. I would do the equivalent of like the lay on hands for disease and curing stuff. Just like, Scoop, come back to us.
Scoop's gonna try and stand.
Yep.
His eyes sort of dart open, and he's still locked on the fires in the far side of the room.
I think. Make a wisdom saving throw, Scoop.
Alright.
You have aura.
And I give him the help action
What is the...
by putting myself between him and the fire. There's a lot of me.
What's the bonus
I don't
from
think
the
you can
aura?
technically help on a thing, but I'll lower the DC.
What was the plus?
+3.
Plus 3. So that's 15.
Alright. This seems to work to calm you down, Scoop.
Scoop's just standing there, like, world is stilling as I'm just looking at the fire and visages of people amongst them vanish.
We're gonna go outside now.
Yeah. We're, how's Janus? Janus,
He's fine. They're all fine. It's just over there.
Scoops, like, a picture of distress and, like, sweat.
Again, like, it is a cooling sensation for that 5 hit points.
Oh,
You're,
we,
it's okay.
looks like the case is closed. Okay. He
Put
just
some
does, like, a
pressure.
half-hearted fist bump. We did it.
We did. For now, looks over to where Azalea is, ushers, and I'm going
Yeah, Azalea
to...
has basically sat right up behind Janus, and it's just like not saying anything.
Umbrella in defense. Take him outside. I do. And as like everyone's kind of healing up, they're still behind, right? Or have they bolted?
Who?
H&M.
They're just sort of standing there. They've backed off, sort of away, probably towards the wall.
Alright.
Just sort of getting out of your way, letting this happen.
Reaches over to the accountant. And goes to heal him too. Because you mentioned cut lip. Gonna go for that. Like, boop. Because that's... no, to be fair, I don't know where the most damage... She'd go for the most damage, but your face is right there, so... Tap.
It's
Back.
actually the back of his skull that's the worst right now.
Gosh.
I mean, you
Well,
you hit all of
bend
them.
down. You're gonna
Yeah,
have
but
to
that-
bend down. She's too short.
No, he's just too tall.
That's right. All of you are
Yeah.
people are large
Accountant.
compared to her.
Turns to Miss Cotta, and he leans his head down. And as he does, he gets kind of close to her ear. And he's gonna say,
It's alright.
I'm not sure I want this anymore.
Which? The fighting? Or the fear?
Any of it.
She nods. I understand. As she heals you up for... so I used my 30... I used 5 points on the scoop.
Mhm.
I used the remaining 25 on the accountant. She has not healed herself at all.
the
And
bleeding
sh-
slows but is not stopped.
She turns to the other two who are backing off. Alright. Are either of you two hurt?
The big one punched the little one.
Yeah. No, we're
Okay.
fine.
Are you sure?
I've had plenty worse.
I mean, so have I. As like she turns, I'm still working with this. Doesn't realize that her cardigan's been slashed open at the back. But knows that she's bleeding. She's just like, yep, okay. So have I, but it doesn't mean that you have to suffer for it.
Don't feel anything. I'm fine.
And how long have you had to not feel that?
Comes with the job. Been a few years, I guess. Look. You sticking around, or are you gonna take these kids and go?
Will. But honestly, I don't want any beef with you, but I want to kind of know who sent you, for lack of a better word. Like, Why?
Roll a persuasion on that.
So excited, even the mic didn't get it.
It's a nat 20 again. But a nat 20 for Miss Cotta on a persuasion check after comforting the enemy is like, it's again.
You see, they're definitely conflicted about this. They seem to be pondering over there what they're gonna say. All right. Can't tell you who set this up, because honestly, they were very discreet, and I don't have any actual names or anything. Basically, I was hired to cause trouble for the Citaranos, and with the long-term goal of causing problems for the Atello family. Someone doesn't like what they're doing in the city and wants to shake things up.
Do you have any other information at all? You said discreet, but what kind of discreet? Like, contacted you through a friend of a friend? Are
Yeah,
you in trouble?
basically it was kind of a dead drop situation.
How long ago?
Couple of weeks. No, not even. Week and a half.
And there's nothing more you can tell us? Are they gonna go after you too? After this?
I mean,
Are they strong enough to?
as I said, don't really know. I got the job through. I just get hired to do certain jobs. Probably gonna make myself scarce after this. Because, I mean, I appreciate being alive right now, but see how long that
Fair.
lasts.
Your friend over... Are you all good mates, or... So, I think she's like, I may have beaten up your friend, Orcs.
I mean, yeah,
are you
Mulga,
part of the
Branjo, and
mercenary
Grande up
Yeah.
there. They're my
crew?
they're my crew. But he nods towards the sort of the man that sort of ran towards the back corner. He's like, he was just fucked over or something. Kind of. Only met him the other day. Used to run this place apparently.
Right. Okay. So you were given this. Where were you given the job? Did you sidle up to someone in a bar?
Yeah, basically.
What
I got in
bar?
some fuck, can't remember. It was down in Wallside. Can't remember the name of it.
Wallside.
Sort of by the river.
Wallside by the river. Is that where the fox's glove is?
No, Fox's Glove is up in...
In Owlbear, right?
Yeah, Owlbear Flat.
Alright. And I suppose, like, where did you get paid? You probably took some up front, right?
Yeah,
Do you have-
the instruction packet had some coin in it, but we were expecting a big payout for the ransom, but apparently not.
I mean, to be fair,
Janus leading Azalea by the hand out the door.
Yeah, no, Azalea definitely, like, as they came up behind you, sort of instinctually reached for your hand.
oh, I mean, to be fair, what did you think was going to happen if you were going to target something to do with the Atello family?
Yeah,
They've got eyes and ears all over the city, she says, mild panic internally.
yeah, well, the pay was good, and I was told that there wouldn't be an issue, but I guess I was lied to.
Do you still have any copy of the instruction packet?
Not on me, but I could probably get back in my apartment.
May I have it? Because if someone's throwing you under the bus like this, gestures, then they thought you might have been a bit expendable. And I don't think that's very fair.
Yeah, I'll go have a look for it.
Miss Cotta is surprised that this is going so well, but also it's like, please do not throw me under the bus. The cart, the trolley, the wagon, the tabaxi.
The tabaxi taxi.
Any and all of the above.
Alright.
While that happens,
Yes.
Are you okay, Mr. Scoop?
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. How's the case? How are things?
Yeah. Well, looks like we figured it all out. Well, we found the missing people, and that was the important part.
Yep. So we should contact the client, make sure they're up to date with everything.
Yeah. I was thinking, if you don't mind, walk you outside into the fresh air. You look like you could do with it.
It's the refreshing city air.
There's a
Yeah.
door just back up behind you there, and your hand crossbow is slipped out.
What? I'm gonna begin looking at the floor to see if I can find where it's fallen.
Yeah, it was just on the ground beside you.
I'll reach out and pick it up. Just holding it roughly by the side. Okay. And I'll take a moment to get up and walk that way. Start making my way towards the, I presume, kicked in door.
It
Actually,
was more like kadoosh.
that's the kicked in door is the fire corner as well, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fire is sort of
The door up
I-
behind, I gesture.
Not
it's
to us,
definitely sort of smoldered out, but there's still some little bits of fire on the remnants of the alchemist, whatever the liquid is that burns in alchemist fire. But yes, there are other doors out. There was two sort of that lead to the yard behind the.
I'm gonna make my way towards the entrance, and as I'm walking past, just sort of give a quick step onto one of the alchemist flames to snuff it, and step through.
Yeah.
Scarlet has feelings.
And we're just gonna sit on the dirt at the front of the door.
Alright.
Yeah, you're probably just outside is Janus and Azalea.
Ah, hey kids. How's it going?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
It's been a day. Are you with the watch?
Yeah, they're doing a part-time sort of work-together thing. Making sure everything's fine.
Oops.
whoops.
My bad.
Just hide you for a second.
Oh man.
Also,
I pressed revert, but it went revert all the way back.
that one, yeah.
Janus said you guys were friends?
Yeah, we met on a previous case. Yep, met a bunch. She's a very capable kid.
Right. Azalea, this is Scoop, and the big guy inside is the accountant. I'll introduce you properly in a little bit. Oh, right, Banjo's probably gonna want this back. And I'm gonna take the short sword and lean it against the wall, gently, blade up, outside the door. I'm not gonna walk back in there just to hand it to them. They can come get it. But
Very
it's,
fast.
yeah, up against the frame of the door.
Yep.
Now that I've got my knife back.
I like to think at that moment, as you've like walked up to the door, the accountant kind of enters out of the doorway as well. Actually, like getting a closer look at you for a proper good time. Hell, he steps in and hugs the boy. Yeah! Presuming he doesn't resist or try to dive out of the way.
Wiggles, squirms. Yeah.
Well, he certainly doesn't manage to dive out of the way. You get kind of a squeeze. Well, I was like, yeah, Janus feels the squeeze and kind of
Pop,
slight
pop, pop.
twinge in the ribs.
Glad you're okay.
Roughed up.
Consider it growing pains.
Lean my head back in.
Is there anything else you need, Miss Cotta, or can we go somewhere better?
So as you look, you'd see the gash on her back, and she's like, "Well, it's going to be getting when can I get it from you?" And he's just like absolutely polite about it, as if they didn't just lay beat downs.
I mean, you can go get it like now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna want to leave the city as soon as possible.
Yep, sounds good. Need to go get some information. But it seems like, sorry, what was your name again?
My name's Hawk.
Miss Cutter. As a Cutter specifically, it's like, happy to go walking with them. We're just going to go grab some information. If you guys would like to join, no stress. If no, I'll be right back. Do we meet you somewhere if you'd rather not accompany?
Well, if it has to do with the case, I think I'll come along.
She looks you over, nods. Not like she doesn't believe you, but like wants to make sure you're okay.
Scoop looks like his old self.
Mr. Ciderano will be wondering about Azalea's whereabouts.
Yeah,
It's perhaps best that we relay the good news quickly. I'll see to that.
I'd like to go home, please.
Meet
Yeah,
back at Scoops.
let's get you home.
Alright. I'm going to head over with Scoop to pick up the information. As soon as the hat comes on, the illusion is back on, and basically she is still like that perky, happy little seamstress-looking individual. And with that, the damage on her cloak is gone as well. But before she does, she goes and gives Janus a quick firm hug. And why were you not carrying anything to defend yourself on you?
A little loud, Miss Cotta.
Sorry. Why were you not carrying anything to defend yourself on you?
No, I know. I don't really want to talk about it.
Alright. Well, if you ever do, you know where I am. I'll be back, alright? And I want to hear everything.
Remember, Janus, in a pinch, a pen can be used as a very effective weapon.
It's true.
I think my father said something about pens and swords once.
Mine did the same.
Alright. Going to go do the thing.
Yes. Well,
Does it take...
It doesn't take
much?
long. Their apartment seems to be just in East Dornborough, so it's really
Fine.
pretty close.
Towards the west.
Yes, the western part of Dornborough.
Yep.
Uh,
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Continue.
Let's change scene then.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll go with this for now.
Such a bright and cheery scene.
Yeah, this is the closest I got. Also, it
That's alright.
doesn't seem to be music on this one. You know what? I'll just go with this one.
All good.
Yes. Basically lead you to their apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
I think before you guys left, he basically told the rest of his crew, he's like, I'll be back. Just hold down the fort. And yeah, walks with you two to the apartment building. It's up a couple of flights of stairs, like 4th floor, sort of small, basic bedroom and living area, kitchen combo. It's not anything fancy. But as you sort of step in, the place seems a bit disheveled, and the hawk kind of looks around and is like, wasn't like this when I left.
Careful.
Yeah, but we don't want to touch anything. This could be a scene. Can I make a quick investigation check?
You may.
I don't know what Scoop's looking for, but he's looking.
Miss Cotta's had
Um,
experience with these sort of things before.
Yeah. Do it with advantage, Scoop, as Hawk helps you.
Alright, that's a 21. What are we looking for? What seems out of place?
All of it.
I don't know. Yeah, it kind of looks like someone has just sort of rummaged through a bunch of stuff. Just like opened drawers and not like tossed everything, but like mostly it seems to be around like there's a little desk sort of up in the corner, and just seems to be stuff sort of moved around there, and some of the couch cushions have been
I'm
like
trying to discern if like part of it, if there's any obvious areas that they could be looking for something which haven't been turned, would tell me that perhaps they found what they were looking for.
yeah. It kind of like as you're doing this, Hawk is like, oh, they fucking turned up the couch. That's where I was keeping it.
Is this your possible evidence that we're talking about?
He's like, as he like opens up one of the cushions, like opens up the casing. He's like, fucking taking the money too.
Throw a bunch. I'm gonna have a look at some of the places and surfaces they might have touched to see if there might be a flat, maybe glass object, or perhaps something metallic they could have left a solid print on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Probably like the handle on the desk drawer. Like that's pretty big, solid.
I'll do a bit of light dusting, see if that turns up anything.
Yeah.
For Cotta's part, I think the thing that she's focusing on is how, like you said that the place is being turned, right? But
yeah.
did someone large do it and like kind of wreck the joint? Is it delicately done? Like you said that it's very clearly been rifled, but
yeah, it doesn't
feel
seem
like-
like it was. It seems kind of. How to describe this? Actually, would you give me either? Yeah, give me your own investigation.
it is low.
Okay.
It can't have rolled decently all the time, even with a 10.
10's not bad. I'll give you it. It definitely doesn't seem like someone was trying to be destructive or whatever. Like it just seems like they were kind of in a rush, but they weren't being yeah, like they've come through, they've done it very kind of professionally, but also just not cared about leaving
Not professional
evidence.
enough.
Yeah.
My goodness. As I turn to the individual at Hawk and I go, do your neighbors like you?
Don't know. Not really interact with them.
All right, I'm gonna step out.
Mhm.
Again, the sweet little seamstress persona goes on,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pray the closest neighbor heard something.
Okay. Roll me fate.
Give me the fate roll. Fate, we using the sparkles. Sparkles do not like me. That's a 43.
Okay. So you want to talk to one of the
Knock,
neighbors?
knock.
Yep.
I've tried to if they're at home, but I don't know if they are.
Yeah, there's no answer on that door.
Dang it. Alright. Well, that was worth a shot.
Does the door look like it's kicked in, or has it been? Does it appear?
With your 21, you kind of you figure they made their way in through the window.
I see. Well, then they may have definitely touched the glass from the outside, which would give a clean print. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, actually.
Can I roll an investigation?
Yes. Yeah. Give me an
To-
investigation
is
to see if you can find a print on that.
That's another
Glass.
21.
You managed to find quite a nice, clean, couple of prints actually.
Nice.
I make a note of them in my notebook.
Yep.
Trying my best to duplicate the little swirls.
Alright. Well, that's a dead end. There's no neighbors around for me to ask anyway. Sorry. I tried.
It's
When we
alright.
cross this window, we're a couple stories up, aren't we?
Yeah, 4 stories.
Can I look out the window and look down to see, like... If there's a fire escape.
Yeah,
or-
there's a fire escape there.
Let's look like at
This
the
part?
bottom. Because
It's an alleyway.
is the fire escape still down? Like at the, I presume it's similar to ones in our reality.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the ladder at the bottom is down.
Lower. I see. All right then. I'm gonna. I turn to Miss Cotta and their friend Hawk. I'm gonna go down there, have a look to see if I can find a footprint. I'll be back. And I climb out the window.
Yep.
Awkward silence as we're left together. Well, do I see any personal effects? Is it just a place?
It's a lived-in place. Like, it doesn't seem to have like any particularly, like, it's not like decorated nicely or anything, but like there's not really like photos of anyone or anything either. It's just kind of like there's a bookshelf with a couple of books, but it doesn't look like they've been touched in ages. It's quite dusty.
Does it? No, like dusty. But does it feel like a familiar kind of place to her?
I don't know.
Okay. I'd say
like-
that like
I don't.
she nods.
I don't think you've really spent time in these sort of apartments before.
Not really.
Yeah, and as you're standing here, he kind of just starts like packing some stuff into a bag. Yeah,
Are you
some
sure?
clothes and stuff, and he's just like, you know,
I think she reaches in. She does keep coin on her. Not much. She's pretty frugal. Takes about 3 gold pieces. It's basically what she's got, the maximum on her. And goes, hopefully this will help with any sort of fares out of the city.
I'm not one to turn down coin. Thank you.
That's alright. I'm sorry this had to happen.
Comes with the job.
Yep. It's like she sighs. Yeah, it does. Thanks for being, for one I can tell, mostly honest.
I mean, why not?
Appreciated.
I don't have a horse in this race, so I'm just. I don't
I'm
think.
more worried about the people trying to make you the tool.
Yeah. We're all someone's tool.
She kind of like pauses. Yeah. Yeah, we are.
And at the bottom of the fire escape,
All right. Let's see. Looking for muddy areas or patches of perhaps dirt or. stone.
it's mostly like concreted sort of stuff. There's a couple of little piles of trash, I guess. Roll me an investigation. You're looking for any sort of clues, like footprints or anything.
That is a muddy 20.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I've rolled consistently like between 11 and 13 these last couple of rolls.
Nice. I'm gonna give you this. You don't find any footprints or anything, but you find some hair, like just some hair that seems to have just flaked off someone.
I presume it doesn't match the hair I already have in the previous alley.
Yeah, you found. If I remember correctly, yeah, no, I'll say it's a kind of similar in color, but not quite. Like the hair you found before at the crime scene where Janus was abducted was quite like kind of thick, coarse, and sort of a darker auburn, which since seeing the bugbear, you kind of assume matched their fur. This fur you find is a bit more fine, and it's more of a like, it's like a light orange to a white kind of thing.
All right, so like a strawberry blonde.
Yeah, yeah. So that's basically what you find in this alley.
I see. Is it short or long?
Kind of short.
Alright.
Like, yeah.
I take out a linen pouch and pop it inside.
Yep.
I look up at the fire escape. I look down at the alley, looking along its length and back the other direction. Not a lot of sightlines. Are there any windows, like, or busy streets down these alleys?
So the street in front of the apartment, which the alley leads into, is, you know, it's not super busy, but it's there seems to be a bit of foot traffic now because it's starting to come to, like, the sun is starting to set, so it's, you know, people are returning home from their jobs and stuff. This is in this area, it's a lot of the people that work in the nearby industrial area tend to just get these apartments because it's cheap and close. They're definitely not luxury sort of area. It's, you know, working class stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we'll hop over to Janus, the accountant, and Azalea.
Sounds good.
As you, where are you headed?
Think we're taking Azalea straight home.
Mhm.
Easy.
I
go.
actually don't know where that is.
We do have a
No, me
preference for that,
specifically.
actually.
I know where her dad works.
Fair. Okay. I think it was.
Excuse me, Azalea. Can you direct us to your house, please?
Yeah, I can do that. So they've got a nice sort of townhouse near is it Old Town inside the wall. There's not many people that live there, but yeah, definitely an expensive place to live, but not as expensive as Seaside, for example, or Seaview. Not a full-blown manor, but yes.
Now,
That man has been there for a long time.
Janus, you may already be aware of this. Perhaps, well, actually, no, someone has not told you. Your father is aware of your disappearance, but not to what extent. Azalea, your parents are, well, your father is aware as far as I am concerned. I say this with all sincerity. I suggest that we let this go. Forget it happened and move on.
Yeah, no, I don't really want to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Janus is kind of spacing out a little bit.
Right.
Oh. Okay. Where Yeah, let it go.
I look over to Janus and kind of try and put a reassuring hand on his shoulder, and I don't know. I want to convey a sense that it's okay now. That's what I try for anyway.
Yeah, you can feel he's quite tense. more tense than he was when the fight was going on.
But first things first. This young individual, I look to his hair. My name is the Accountant. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you. You work for my father?
I spoke to your father, yes. We share common business interests.
That makes sense.
It was he who came to us desperately looking for you. He wanted to ensure that the best people were there, so. However, I do not believe your mother is aware of your predicament. What you do is up to you, of course, but...
Yeah. Probably need to chat with my dad then.
I would suggest so. I've been through a lot, though. Rest is probably more important for now.
Yeah, okay.
Rest assured, you are safe.
Thank you.
And as we kind of get close to the house, compared to me, does Janus look better or worse?
Janus
Physically,
was roughed up last night and then spent the day tied up in a storage room full of metal rusting stuff.
about
you took
So
quite a beating in that last fight, though, so I think you both are looking pretty bad.
like Janus has had a bit of time to recover, but that's it.
I mean, like, yes, you've had a bit of time to recover
Physically,
in terms of hit points, but your clothes are still a mess, and you haven't been able to clean yourself at all.
point. There's probably blood all over the joint.
Uh,
Most of it mine.
I'd be able to hit a blood. You were mostly beaten, so it's mostly you're pretty bruised. That's for sure.
As well as anything I might have coughed up.
Hmm.
With all due, I don't think either of us are suitable for good company in this moment. We could take you as far as the end of your block and ensure that we see you return to your house. Would you be okay with that, Azalea?
I think we can drop Azalea off at the door.
Yeah, Azalea sort of, their grip on Janus's hand kind of tightens, and it's like, I'd like to go at least to the door.
Of course. I'll stay back just a bit.
I gesture to the pool of blood near my foot.
Yeah.
All right. As we pull up, it occurs to me I don't know what kind of carriage we're riding in, but I'm not gonna pry into that.
You probably just took a taxi to Wallside and then walked from there.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah. Janus is gonna walk Azalea to the front door and use the door knocker.
I make sure to take back the umbrella before she leaves the carriage, just by the way.
All good. Yeah, I think Azalea handed the umbrella over a while ago because it was kind of heavy. When you reach the door, you don't even need to sort of use the knocker. Like, Azalea starts getting their keys out. Unlocks the door, opens it up. It's like, hell of a night, eh?
Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll catch a cat cab back home next time.
I don't think I'm gonna go out for a while.
Yeah.
All right.
You rest up, okay?
Yeah, you too. And they sort of smile and they're like, "I'll see you at work."
Oh yeah. See you at work.
Might need a day or two off though.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll see you there.
All right. See you, Janus. And they step inside and close the door. And
Jen's gonna turn slowly and kind of meander, sort of back to the carriage. Well, back to where the accountant is.
Yep.
Come. Whew. Let's go. Let's go. Home, I think. Yeah. I think I want to go home. Right. No, we've got to meet up with the others. Let's do that. So, yeah. And you can see Janus is starting to, like... He's not doing so good, actually.
Janus, I want you to know you've been through something that most people shouldn't have to, especially yourself. If you want to go home, I think that's okay. Your father was one of the people anyway who sent out to look for you. I imagine he'd be worried.
I wasn't ready. I left my stuff. I'm always ready. I left my armor at home. I thought it would be okay with just going out for a few drinks. I didn't have my sword. I wasn't ready. And there were too many of them, and one of them held me while the others... I might have been able to take them, but I wasn't ready. And I was too drunk. I couldn't focus. I couldn't think. I couldn't
Janus,
see.
it wasn't your fault.
And he looks up at you. He's kind of shaking and collapsing in on himself a little bit, and tears are welling up in his eyes. I lost. I wasn't ready. That could have been really bad.
It could have been. I won't lie to you, Janus. But it wasn't. That's what happened. It didn't go well and it wasn't clean. And life sometimes isn't. But you are still here. You say you didn't win, but I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. That young person is back with their family, and you did that. You kept them safe, I have no doubt. Zero. And I saw when you came out of that room, you had been in there, I have no idea what they had done to you. And you were ready. You had nothing but some shitty sword and a piece of scrap metal, and you were ready. Do not doubt yourself. I could not have been more proud of you right now than I ever have been. Anyone can win if they're ready. But when you were down, you were outnumbered, and you have the cat. You see his voice break a little bit, and you get the shit kicked out of you. That's when you determine what kind of person you are, and you are the person who got back up and didn't quit. And no one will take that from you.
Is it always that quick?
Sometimes. Not always.
Thank you, sir.
Janus, you have nothing to thank me for. I should be thanking you. I've been thinking a few things and realizing a couple of things about where I am. And then I see you just being yourself. Just being this person trying to make the world a little bit better. I assure you, you have left a very impactful mark on my life. So thank you, sir.
And I would like to embrace him if he does not resist.
Janus is gonna embrace you back.
Yay!
Yes. That's very exciting.
And after your beautiful embrace, you make your way back to the keep, and make your way home. I think that's a good place to.
Good place to end the scene, at least.
Please.
Yeah.
You had to tease that out, didn't you? You
Yeah.
had to. Sitting here on mute, like, here it comes. It's any second now. Like I can feel it.
Well, good session.
Crying cat me.
And thank you, everyone who showed up to watch.
There's an audience, right?
Yep. Thank you for sticking with us for a bit of a longer session today, because obviously we had combat and some things to resolve. But
What
thank
a
you
combat.
so much. Good session. What a
Just have
everyone's home safe.
one.
Yeah.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
In this epilogue scene, do I get this letter?
I feel like we'll save that for later, right?
I mean,
Okay.
we could start the next session along those lines.
Okay.
There's still a few things to kind of wrap up.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we'll save it all for next session. I think we're
Sweet.
had quite a good one today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jesus, what?
Feelings.
I just want
favorite bits?
to. Sorry.
Yes.
Just one thing I do want to clarify. The accountant does not go home after he drops off Janus.
Okay.
Well, we did say we'd meet at Scoops, which is why.
Thank you everyone for coming and watching this wrap up of this little storyline.
Are we leveled up?
Yes,
We saved the boy.
we'll level you
We
up.
leveled up.
We'll have a
7.
discussion about that once we think. So our raid call is we give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, it says level 7 on innovation. Can I use that in roleplay situations too?
We'll
You
discuss.
do.
So thank you everyone. And we'll see you next time. And please always remember to stay inspired.
Stay
Stay
inspired.
inspired.
Bye.
Jaja.
Ta-ta.